Hello and welcome to pmclounge.com. In this video, we are talking about project manager salaries in the country Sweden. So, Sweden is essentially a European country. It's basically located in the northern part of Europe. As you can see here, it borders Norway and Finland. This is where Sweden really is, and the chunk of Europe is here, right? So, Sweden, essentially northern part of Europe, and the currency here is not euros, it's Swedish kronor. And just for your reference, one US dollar is equals to almost 10 Swedish krona, not kronor, right? So that's the currency that we are going to see the numbers today in. Now, let me tell you, whenever we do videos like these, we basically refer to a report from PMI known as the salary survey. And it's definitely a report that you should get your hands on, get yourselves the PMI membership, and you will get loads of benefit, including access to reports like these. We'll just cover numbers for Sweden here. We have done some other videos as well in the past where we talked about some other countries, but this is a PMI exclusive report. So all copyrights acknowledged, no copyrights infringement intended here. In this video, you will get to know the salary of project managers and people working in project management in Sweden. How much do they make? But in addition to that, you will also get answers to questions like what kind of education should you have to be able to earn the most in Sweden? Should you get yourselves a 4-year college degree? Should you go for a doctoral degree? Who is the one that is making more out of these two, right? Which department pays the most? Which industry pays the most? How big the organization should be for you to be able to earn the most? How many hours are people reporting working in Sweden, right? So you will get answers to all such questions. Without further ado, let me share the numbers here. And as I was mentioning, the numbers that you're going to see are going to be in Swedish kronor or krona, whatever the correct pronunciation and correct spelling for the Swedish currency really is. But this is not USD, this is not euros, this is the local Sweden currency. So the salary that you can expect in Sweden is 675,000 Swedish kronor. And this is a median salary and an annual figure. Total compensation comes out to be 717,000 odd, right? This is an annual figure. We are looking at median because median is closest to reality. How has the last 12 months been for project managers, people working in the project management domain in Sweden? 37% reported that their salary remained the same in the last 12 months. 19% said that they got a hike of 1 to 3%, while 16% said that they got a hike of 3 to 4%. Now, how does the next 12-month look like, right? The next 12-month period. So 36% are expecting a hike of 1 to 3%. 28% think that their salary is going to remain the same in the next 12 months as well, while 14% think that they are going to get a hike of 3 to 4%. All right, let's talk about annualized salary by position description. And as you rise through the ranks, as you rise up in the project manager career ladder, your salary also increases. And you can see the director of PMO is someone who makes the most. Project management consultant salaries are also mentioned here. All right, annualized salary by years of work experience and annualized salary by years worked in project management. Both of these are going to go up as the number of years increase. But let's talk about annualized salary by highest formal education level obtained. And this is where the surprise is. If you have a high school degree, you stand a chance to make the most in Sweden, which is totally opposite of what we see in so many other countries out there. If you have a doctoral degree, you might be making the least of the lot. So don't go for degrees, don't focus too much on your studies, don't focus too much on your degrees and formal education if you are in Sweden or if you want to go to Sweden, because degrees don't matter as much as your experience and your expertise is going to matter. But having a degree in project management is actually going to be a disadvantage, because someone without a degree makes more than someone with a degree. That is not the case with the PMP certification, though. People with PMP certification report earning more than people who do not have PMP certification. So forget formal education degrees, forget your degrees in project management, go for PMP. That is going to help you if you are in Sweden. There is a pay gap, but it is an opposite pay gap, which is quite interesting to see here. Females actually earn more than males in Sweden, and that is something that we have not seen in many other countries so far. What we have seen is the exact opposite. Anyways, let's talk about analyzed salary by department. And people working in IT make the most, followed by people working in operations, followed by people working in PMO or the project management department. PMO basically is the project management office. So these are the kind of departments that pay the most. If you are working in any of the companies out there in Sweden, try to move into these departments to be able to earn the most. Annualized salary by industry. So let's talk about which industries are paying the most in Sweden. Pharma, followed by telecom, followed by information technology. So these are the industries that pay the most in Sweden. All right, let's talk about annualized salary by number of employees in entire organization. Should you join startups? Should you join smaller organizations? The answer is a no, because companies that have 10,000 or more employees pay the highest in this list. But you should not forget that companies that have 300 to less than 1,000 employees also pay quite handsomely, almost at par with companies that have 10,000 or more employees. So that's just something that you should be aware of. Let's talk about annualized salary by average project team size and annualized salary by average project budget. As the number of people working on your project increases, you can expect your salary to rise, although that is not uniform across the board. But that is something similar that you can expect on the budget of the project that you're working on, right? As the budget of your project increases, the more expensive your project is, you can expect to earn more, right? Now, also, finally, let's talk about the number of hours people work in Sweden. So everyone is expected to clock in a little less than 40 hours or 40 hours, 40.8 something, which is the highest that is being expected out of a project manager. But you can see people report working around 45 hours, 44.7 hours as well, which is also a bit lower than some of the other countries that we have seen. So in Sweden, a lot of people are not necessarily overworked, which is definitely a good thing and something to consider if you want to move to Sweden to work in the project management domain. I hope you got value out of this video and found it helpful. Definitely subscribe for more content on PMP, project management, and other project management related certifications. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.